Today on Veteran Stand Up, I'm talking about building veteran financial skills with Grayson Sullivan, active duty Army officer. Well, Grayson, veterans often encounter difficulties with financial issues, but I can't help but wonder if this begins when they are in service. What's been your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say a big thing for me, being a platoon leader and an executive officer for the past 2 years, I've had a lot of experiences working directly with soldiers and learning how to take care of them and handling financial challenges with soldiers and helping them through those challenges has been a pretty common problem set I've had to work through, along with, I'm sure, many other leaders in the military. I can give two distinct examples today. One of them being I had one junior soldier put a $14,000 down payment on a used luxury car and with 26% APR while possessing no license or insurance. I've had another soldier, when it came to credit cards, they would they would pay off the minimum balance on their credit card every month, all the way up until the end of the fiscal year. When the end of the fiscal year came, they would rely on their tax return to pay off the outstanding balance, which was just kind of tanking his credit score. And I've had similar issues with other soldiers or challenges per se. And after a couple tough conversations and a deep dive with a lot of my soldiers, a common underlying issue that I noticed was that there seemed to be some sort of financial knowledge gap between, just financial knowledge gap. A lot of my soldiers just were never taught good debt versus bad debt, how to budget, how to plan for retirement, or really the concept of like a credit score or things of that nature.
So, what did you do to address this lack of understanding?
So to close that financial knowledge gap or that lack of understanding, like you said, the main tool that I used was the implementation of financial education. And I saw it as a leader in my organization to implement financial education where I could for my soldiers in order to help prevent them from and finding themselves in these financial struggles and drive them to make better financial decisions. So I educated myself. I used resources from Life Skills for Soldiers and used their train the trainer model to educate myself on important financial topics such as budgeting, TSP, how to buy a car, how to utilize a credit card. And I took that education and that training and brought it to my soldiers. And I started with my soldiers at the platoon leader level, which at the time I was a platoon leader. So it was about 9 to 12 soldiers. And that's where I started.
And how'd that work out?
After working with my platoon through to teach financial literacy, I was given an opportunity to present a TSP course to my unit's NCO Academy, where I had 56 junior leaders in attendance to go over financial education. And then from there, the topic of financial literacy and what I was doing gained popularity with my chain of command. And that led me to an opportunity to present this course or present the same TSP course to my unit's senior leader conference. And then from there, it led to an opportunity to present financial education in one class to my whole battalion, which was about 450 soldiers in attendance.
So the train the trainer model really worked and enabled you to get more exposure in the process.
Yeah, absolutely. It empowered me at the junior leader level where I had the most interaction with soldiers being affected by these issues and put me at the forefront of these issues to give my soldiers a fundamental baseline of education in order to allow them to make better financial decisions.
And what were your takeaways from that experience?
Yeah, so a few takeaways for me personally based off this experience was, first of all, it shined a light on an elusive and corrosive issue that had a detrimental impact to my soldiers. Number two, I would say, is that it provided a solution to tackle this problem at its core of this financial knowledge gap at its core by empowering and educating service members at that junior leader level, where they have like the most face-to-face contact with soldiers that are being affected by a lot of these issues. And then number three, I would say when it comes to financial literacy and education that service members can learn, it's going to benefit, in my own opinion, it's going to benefit them for, I'd say, the rest of their lives. Whether you're a service member and you get out 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now, that financial education or that financial literacy is going to ease that transition for service members and veterans, whether they transition into retirement or into their next civilian career.
Thank you, Grayson.
Thank you, Dr. Lawrence. Appreciate it.